Hello and welcome back to the TruScore gaming channel. This is episode 2 of our free-to-play beginner series for Fishing Planet. On the last episode, we reached level 6 fishing on Lone Star Lake. We also upgraded to a medium-sized fish keeper, allowing us to carry up to 15 pounds of fish per trip. Today, we will be heading to Lesni Vila over in the Czech Republic. Lesni Vila is available starting at level 3 and is home to 9 different species of fish. Here you can also catch trophy common roach, trophy European weatherfish, and the third trophy variety fish is the Prussian carp. Before we head out, let's go over our gear. We will be bringing with us the spinning rod, which is exactly the same setup we used to catch the grass pickerel and spotted bass over on Lone Star Lake. In addition, we will also bring feeder rod setup, which we used to catch channel catfish and smallmouth buffalo at Lone Star. For bait, we will bring along dough balls and red worms. Don't forget to purchase the advanced license. On this trip, we will work on completing both Lesni Vila Exploration Missions Part 1 and Part 2. We will travel to the other side location and after loading in, we will head over to the eastern side of the lake. We will be fishing with our spinning rod at this marker. We don't need to adjust the fishing time because early morning is peak fishing time. Let's throw a few casts by the lily pads and see what we can catch by just doing a straight and slow retrieve. We can use the casting spoon to catch pike and perch. European perch are found all over the lake, and you're more likely to catch them by doing a straight and slow retrieve near the top of the water. Just like that, we got ourselves a European perch. Next, we will make our way to this marker and switch over to the feeder rod. We can catch the 3 remaining types of fish required for Lesni Vila Exploration Part 1 by using dough balls for bait and a number 10 hook. Let's cast out near our marker and see what's out there. Lesni Vila has a nice assortment of bottom-feeding carp, bream and roach, and the one thing they all have in common is they love dough balls, so you never know what to expect. Our first catch is the Prussian carp. Let's see what else we can catch at this location. Looks like we have caught ourselves a little silver bream. Now we just need a common roach. Great job! We got the common roach and completed Lesni Vila Exploration Part 1 and earned an additional $1,000 for reward. Before we move to a different spot, let's try and catch a few more fish. Very nice. We have landed a trophy Prussian carp. Not too shabby. Now we can begin working on Lesni Vila Exploration Part 2. Let's switch over to our spinning rod and head back to where we caught the European perch earlier in the day. We should be able to pull a northern pike out from between these lily pads. The northern pike is a relatively aggressive species capable of fast start movements which are sudden high energy bursts of unsteady swimming. The game does a good job putting this behavior on display, and there will be times when you see the pike swelling up the water or splashing out of the water as it goes after your casting spoon. The best retrieve method is a stop and go or a slow twitching movement keeping your rod up while you slow retrieve. It shouldn't take you very long to hook into one, but get ready for a good fight. Now that we have our pike, let's set a new marker down at the other side of the lake where there's a small pocket of deep water. Let's switch over to the feeder rod, but this time let's use the red worms and switch over to a number 10 size hook. At this location, we will be targeting tench and European weatherfish. Tench is a freshwater game fish of the carp family commonly found throughout Europe and Asia. It specifically tends to inhabit slow-moving lakes and rivers, preferably with clay or muddy bottom, abundant vegetation, and low oxygen levels. There we go. We just landed our first tench, and we can cross that one off the list. Let's continue fishing, but we will switch over to a number 4 size hook. European weatherfish is a species of loach, widespread in Europe and Asia. It gets its name for coming to the surface and acting excitedly whenever there is change in the air pressure before a thunderstorm. Looks like it's a trophy European weatherfish. It's not one of the objectives, but help us get closer to the goal of catching every single fish type on this lake. With our fish keeper almost full and it being past peak fishing time, it was time to move on to carp. We set the time to early evening and headed back over to this marker where we landed another trophy Prussian carp. We are using dough balls for bait and a size 4 hook. It's about 7 p.m. when we hook into our first carp and the fight is on. Carp are the biggest variety of fish on Lesni Vila, and they like to put up a strong fight. It's a bit much for the starter reel that we have equipped on this rod, and you can see it's starting to deteriorate very fast. We can cross common carp off of the objective list. Mirror carp fight even harder than common carp, and that's exactly what we hook into next. Just watch as our reel percentage drops during the fight that it ends up breaking before we can even reel in the fish. In hindsight, we didn't realize that our drag was set too tight, which was the main reason behind the reel breaking. The drag can be adjusted by tapping the plus or minus buttons on the number pad. We will need to pull the reel off of our spinning rod to complete the fishing trip. We are back for round 2 with the carp and just hooked into our next fish. This reel is holding up a lot better and we can focus on completing the mission by bringing in the mirror carp. Here's a fun fact since this fight will take a minute or two. Mirror carp are a fascinating and visually striking variety of common carp. They are characterized by their unique scales, which are large, irregular, and scattered in patches over their bodies, resembling a mirror, hence the name. And that's exactly what we were looking for. Mission accomplished. That will add $1,300 bonus to our cash as well as a mini bass jig. Overall, it has been a great day fishing. We got up to level 7, and after turning in our catch for the day, we have a total cash balance of just over $9,300. The next day, we decided to head back out and try for the trophy common roach. This time we bring along some pearl barley from the bait shop. It's 5 a.m. and we are back at the spot where we fished last night for the carp. Fishing is good, and we land several nice keepers. They sure like the pearl barley, and we are getting all kinds of fish. Still no trophy common roach, but we gain enough experience to hit level 8. By 6:30 a.m. we are back to using red worms, and the fish are biting pretty good. We land another trophy Prussian carp. Not long after that, we finally land a trophy common roach, collecting all the trophy fish on this lake. Now that we have caught all the fish species, including the trophies, we can just hang out until our fish keeper is full or our advanced license expires, whichever comes first. We end the day at level 8 with $11,610, which is good because we are definitely going to need some more gear for the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this video. You can help support the TruScore gaming channel by simply hitting the like button. Please consider subscribing so that you never miss a video. Thanks for watching.